everybody. Make sure you like the video, comment, and subscribe. So, we have been under some crazy situations, and I think this is one of the craziest ones. I know the day before Juneteenth, this woman went down to Miami, I believe, to celebrate Juneteenth, which is nothing wrong with that at all. And unfortunately, a few notable developments in Tonea Nicole Miller's lynching. I don't give a fuck what they say. It's a lynching 10 times out of 10. And I'm not going to sit here and act like it isn't. And it says the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office has stated this in its investigation concluded there is no evidence of foul play. Of course they didn't. Of course they didn't. And investigators say that available evidence supports a finding of suicide, and they have indicated the case is considered closed unless credible new evidence emerges. Her family responds. The family is not united in its view. Her aunt, after speaking with investigators and the medical examiner, publicly said she now believes that evidence points to self-unaliving. Her sister, however, has strongly rejected that conclusion, saying she does not believe To'Nea would have taken her own life and continues to seek additional answers. Community involvement. The local branch of the NAACP held a press conference calling for greater transparency in the investigation during the event. Sheriff's Office representatives reiterated that detectives found no evidence of homicide. Officials also stated they remain willing to review any credible information if it is presented. The case has generated significant discussion on social media, where many viewers have questioned that official findings and expressed frustration that they believe the case has not received enough national media coverage. It's important to note that social media speculation has included many unverified claims that have not been substantiated by investigators. So they're trying to say that she unalived herself because that's what they're trying to say. No evidence of foul play. Now, that would necessarily mean there's no bruises, no cuts, no anything to indicate that she was forced up there. The other thing I want to note is women don't tend to perform self-unalivings that way in the point that nobody would find them. See, women tend to do things like take a pill or an extra pill or something like that, or, self-harm so that somebody would find them. More, not so much straightforward. Now, there are some women who've done it that way, but most women don't do it that way. The other thing I want to say is most black people, if we're going to take ourselves out, we ain't hanging ourselves. There's just too much cultural history involved in that, and people keep disputing it. The law office does. Apparently her aunt believes it, but her sister's like, no. Apparently, when she arrived in Miami, through the discovery of her body, the investigation, the press conferences, and the unanswered questions that have fueled public discussion, it just doesn't make any sense. Something about this just don't add right. Every time a black person is found swinging, they say, oh, there's no evidence of foul play. You can't prove that. No evidence of foul play. Since when did black people start hanging ourselves, bro? I think Florida is maybe Miami, but Florida is a red state at the end of the day. They move goofy down there. They are not right in Florida. Florida turned you into a radical white supremacist if they can. Like Ron DeSantis and all them down there, yeah. Florida ain't the spot. Byron Donalds down there, yeah. So I think they doing something because it happened in Florida. That means Florida investigated it. If Florida investigated it, that means they're not gonna say nothing if it is exactly what they trying to say it is. Because Florida is a red state. They are grimy down there in Florida. They're not as grimy as say Alabama, but they are grimy because they down south. They still goofy. So something ain't right. So I'm just saying, right, there's too much historical evidence of black people just not hanging ourselves like that because it just don't sit right. And it makes me sad that this sister went out. There's a beautiful sister that went out in probably one of the most graphically painful, heinous ways you can go. And the fact that it really didn't get no media coverage really like that or anything like that is kind of one of my biggest issues because everybody knows this little white girl named Becky. They just showing been on every single news station, those liberals and the conservative stations. So why wasn't this sister put out there? Why'd I have to find out about her through social media? It's sad, man. It really hurts my soul to see this to a sister, man. Like on some real, I don't like it. It don't sit right with me. America has been going in a weird, strange, backwards progression direction in the last couple of years, say the last decade or so. And we are seeing a lot of people take action that we know for a fact are a problem. So to see this type of conclusion is like, y'all always do this. This is what happened with the boy down in Delta University when it was like, oh, no evidence of foul play. What you mean no evidence of foul play? You mean to tell me this brother just went outside to a tree and took himself out? We don't do stuff like that. Not saying that we're not capable of, but one thing I know for certain, black people do not hang themselves from trees. We just don't do stuff like that. It just nah. That's unfortunate. It really is. It just is like there really isn't a lot of evidence on this case, but I do think that I don't think it was a self unaliving. I don't think so. She went down to Miami for Juneteenth to celebrate, just to end up hung the day before Juneteenth. I'm not understanding what that like. Something don't add up here. It could be maybe I'm thinking a little too hard into this, but it just don't make sense that she went down south to Miami for a Juneteenth celebration just for them to find her body the day before and trying to say it was no act of foul play. But some just ain't adding up. I don't know, y'all. But y'all let me know how y'all feel down below. This wasn't going to be too long, but let me know how you feel down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Please, please engage down below. I'll see y'all on the next one.